Hey fellow artists, we are going to be back in the workshop today for a little bit, but first, Positive Pokes did remind me yesterday to check on my pineapple pear trees, so that's what I'm going to go do now to make sure that the pears are still there and to check to see if they're ripe enough to harvest so that I can start making perry. What is perry? Perry is pear mead, specifically pear mead. Mead is a wine that's made with honey instead of sugar. And we got lots of beautiful raw local honey here in Suwannee County, Florida. A lot of people keep bees, and I guess you would call it harvest honey. A lot of beautiful raw local honey, so I can't wait. I want to make a ton of mead for the holidays, folks. A ton of mead for the holidays. And there is my pineapple pear tree, folks. Let's get close to that. All right, all right, all right. Pineapple pears. They're there. Okay, the deer have not eaten them. Check this out, guys. Now, are they ripe? No, they're still woody. These guys take such a long time to ripen. I wonder if they will ripen off of the tree, because that would be a safer bet, is to harvest them and allow them to ripen indoors so that the deer can't get to all of them. But the thing is, I know ripening fruit on a tree will give the fruit more flavor, so I'm debating as to whether I should harvest them even if they'll ripen off of the tree. Anyways, I will try to make time to come out here every day to check on my pineapple pear and on my persimmon and on my maypop. I missed an opportunity to harvest the first batch of the season, kind of kicking myself in the butt for that, because I could have had a maypop ferment going. Sugarcane are doing great, but I can't harvest any until November, because if I harvest some now, the wasps will come in and eat me alive. So no, gotta wait till it's cold to harvest the sugarcane. Anyways, let's head back to the workshop. We gotta continue work on the King Dolphin cigar box guitar, and I know a lot of you caught the live yesterday, and you know that the restoration of the engraving worked. And so now we're going to seal that restored engraving with some high gloss polyurethane, and we're going to refine the copper gilding around the frame of the engraving. So that's what's on the docket today. All right, so here we are walking back to the workshop. It is deathly hot today. I had to take back my swamp cooler from the cats on the porch, and the cats on the porch are now inside the house enjoying some nice refreshing air conditioning. Joser's out here in the workshop with me enjoying the air from the swamp cooler. Frank and Betty will probably stop by later to see what we're doing. Hey Chocho, Chibu, how are you, my Chibu? Alright. Oh man, it's hot out there. It's better in here, right Chocho? Much better in here. Hello, Snortopoopus. Joser says hello to you. Yep. He's enjoying swamp cooler here in the garage. Oh, now I'm gonna enjoy some swamp cooler. Ooh. So let's take a look at the King Dolphin cigar box guitar. Let's just admire the new engraving. Let me take off my... It's so hot, even sandals bother me, so... I made a nice DIY platform for me to work here in the studio. This workbench is very tall for me, so I needed something to elevate me. But I put nice padding, feels good on the feet, so I'm just gonna go barefoot until I have to go outside again. But let's take a look here. Look at this cigar box guitar, folks. This is probably one of the most beautiful instruments I've put together. And look at the engraving from this Acmer. Look, folks, this is the machine I am using, the Acmer S2. It has a 300mm by 300mm work area, and it's definitely more plug and play than my old Ivory color, which I've had to mod extensively so that it would work. And this one is discontinued. You can't find this guy anymore. He has a bigger workspace, but the Acmer is a much better cutter and engraver. We did run into some teething issues yesterday, but it was, I mean, it took only a minute to troubleshoot it in laser Gerbil, and then it worked, started working again. I gotta go back. The next time I get that weird error message, I will screenshot it and include it in a video in my laser engraving playlist so you guys know how to handle it. I'll also include a blurb about it in my in the tutorial in my newsletter. I can update that anytime. But hey, Kevin, welcome. Doesn't she look great? Look at this new engraving. So this is gorgeous. So here in the bottom, actually, let me put this guy on a stand so he doesn't shake about so much. Here at the bottom of the engraving, I'm going to gild that over with copper leaf. So the frame on the top and on the bottom of the King Dolphin are going to be even. And so that needs to be done. I'm also going to refine the copper gilding on the sides. All right, copper gilding on the sides. Right now that copper gilding is looking like a shiny penny, but I do want to make it more even. And I'm also going to apply a warm high gloss polyurethane to protect the King Dolphin image. Now there's something interesting that I discovered yesterday. Hey Kevin! In case I didn't say hey. There's something interesting that I discovered yesterday after the engraving was finished. Take a look. Yes. Okay. Opening the box here. Yesterday's engraving adventures led me to think about an interesting possibility. What if I were to cover the lid of a box with gold or copper or silver leaf and then engrave it? Now here, we don't see much of a pattern. Because remember, these sound holes were already there when we started engraving this box. So the laser went through and attacked the gilded F holes underneath, but it gave me an idea. What if I were to engrave a box that was gilded? Basically gild it first and then try to engrave an image on top of the gilding. So I really want to try that. Snortapoopa says, I bet the dolphin can't wait to play this. Now he just needs to learn how to play it well. Snortapoopus, I'm glad you brought that up, my friend, because I do have a playlist that teaches you how to play my sliders. Just a dedicated playlist on my channel. So you could let Raymond know that I have lessons on my channel. And I'm very good about answering or replying to comments. So if he has any questions when he watches my tutorials, he can just ask in the comments, which helps my channel, and I will get back to him. I mean, I check my comments at least once a day. All right, I'm gonna flip the camera. Well, I am boiling hot. Red cheeks, it's real, even with the swamp cooler, it's really, really hot in the workshop, folks. North Florida these days, I mean, goodness gracious. All right, where shall I put you guys? Try it, try it. I will absolutely try it, Kevin. I'm already thinking up images to engrave on gilded surfaces. It's gonna happen. We're gonna try it together for sure. All right, so what I need to do before doing anything is to dust off the box. Right, let me I got a little stand for my phone here. Let's see. Oh yes, I'm being very careful with the heat, Kevin, absolutely. Actually, let me show you, I brought some natural Gatorade with me to the workshop. Let me show you what I got. Snortapoopa says it's 86 degrees Fahrenheit here in Pinellas County. Yeah, you guys got the sea breeze cooling things down for you. I kid you not, I think it's about 100 degrees out there. Yeah, it's hot. But let me show you what I brought to the workshop with me to help. I'm gonna flip the camera so I can show you guys. Where are you? Yes. All right. I really need to get a tumbler with a lid, because yeah, gotta invest in one for the workshop. But I'm keeping this covered with a towel because I don't have one, because insects love fermented drinks. All right, what I got here is some homemade watermelon water kefir. Yes, it is delicious. It's basically a natural watermelon soda. It is carbonated. And it kind of stays carbonated because the little lactobacillus and yeast microbes continue to eat and produce carbon dioxide. So yeah, I have a demijohn jug that's dedicated just to fermenting kefir, and then I do a second fermentation in an old kombucha bottle because it could handle the carbonation, the pressure from the carbonation, plus you know, their caps are calibrated to break if it over carbonates. So it's a safer way to make homemade sodas. And yeah, I did my second fermentation with some watermelon juice. The watermelon juice came from my mom's homestead. She's growing watermelons. And yeah, it's a beautiful soda. Oh my gosh. Talking about it, I have to have a little. So if you guys, if you're ever interested in seeing how I make my healthy, gut healthy homemade sodas, let me know. I would be happy to show you one day in the workshop how I do it. Anyway, let me have some of this stuff, guys. I love water kefir. If you don't like kombucha, then it's the thing for you. Kombucha, I love kombucha. It's more vinegary because the main microbe in kombucha is Acetobacter, which is the guy that makes vinegar. But lactobacillus, if you leave it for a while, it'll make a sour drink. But oh my God, that's my natural Gatorade. So I'm not gonna dehydrate in here, Kevin. I got plenty of fructose and a cold drink to keep me going here. All right, what we gotta start off with first though, folks, is to dust off this box. I don't wanna apply any finish of any kind or gilding of any kind until it's properly dusted. So sea breeze, unlike North Florida. Yeah, we're in North Florida, but far away from the Big Bend. And the sweat is just, whew. We're far away from the Big Bend and we're far away from the East Coast. Where the closest body of water is the Swanee River. And yeah, we do get breezes that are, but it's not like being next to the ocean. So, man, I can't imagine what it's like in landlocked states. Oh, wow. All right, let's get going here. Let me keep my sweat towel separate from everything. Be tempted just to use it for stuff, but no. We are civilized here in this workshop. So. Oh my God. Whew. Okay, let me cover this baby up because again, the insects love fermented drinks. All right, so we're just gonna dry dust this a bit. I'm gonna check the finish on the box and make sure that that it's dusted as well, because I may add another layer of high gloss polyurethane to the rest of the box as well. So dust, 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 very gently. So, while I'm looking at this, I'm seeing that some of the gilded border was engraved, and I'm thinking, I'm getting so many ideas for images engraved on top of a gilded surface. So here's a question to you guys. what type of images would you be interested in me engraving on top of a copper, silver, or what other color, or gold surface? Let me know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching the replay. I also check the comments of the replay gang. I'm thinking of an image stylized like American currency. I don't know. But you guys let me know in the chat what you think I should try. I'll generate a few options in Gemini. We can vote on it, and then I'll choose a box, a sacrificial box, to try the experiment on. So, all right. Oh my gosh. Just taking care of any sawdust that could mess with the finish that I'm going to apply. This back side I do need to wipe down with a little bit of water. Tap this on the table a little bit. Now, de-dust the workspace a little bit and make sure it's sitting on a relatively clean surface. Workshop clean, not, there's no way to get this spick and span. So I'm hoping to get started on some craft market builds for the holidays, but I just haven't gotten around to starting on some, or finishing a lot of these builds that I started for craft markets last year. There's some projects that you have that are timely and that you got to take care of first while you have the opportunity to take care of them. So when opportunities present themselves, you kind of gotta put some stuff on the back burner. All right. Something I need in this workshop is a trash can. Of all the things, I have to go back into the house to throw stuff away, but for now I'll keep stuff in a little flower pot that I have here and discard it later. All right. going to clean the back with a little tiny bit of water. Remove any dust particles on the box. Because again, I probably will apply poly to the box again. Yeah, I discovered a splinter there, just a little snag, and I definitely got to apply poly to that again. You must be in the general area of Lake City. Never get further north than Pasco County these days. Yeah, Lake City is our sister town. It's about 45 minutes from where I live. We're in Suwannee County, the neighboring county. In the neighboring county, Snortopupus. Yeah. All right. Yeah, definitely gotta seal the side here again. Okay. But for now, I think we're gonna start with, okay, I'm gonna put this up for a vote. Because whatever I do today, the box will probably need 24 hours of curing time before I take the next step. So what shall I do first? Copper gilding or polyurethaning? You guys pick. What do you guys think? Copper gilding or polyurethane? What shall I tackle first? And let me get my stilt set up. Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. Snortopupus says, copper gilding. Okay, so this stream shall be a part 1 to finishing the finish of the cigar box guitar. We're going to do the copper gilding today, and we're going to do the polyurethaning tomorrow. Okay. Oh my gosh. Copper gilding is always more fun. All right. Okay. Ooh. Need another little drink. Oh my gosh, this watermelon kefir is out of hand good. I don't cook, but I love fermenting stuff. Way down up on the Suwannee River. Exactly, Snortopupus. Yes. You know the guy who wrote that song never saw the Suwannee River? He wrote that song while he was on a boat on the Mississippi. I think it was Stephen Foster, right? We have a Stephen Foster museum in one of the neighboring counties, and supposedly They have a historic cigar box guitar there. I want to go there one of these days and take you guys so we could go see a cigar box guitar of the 19th century. So by the way, I have a new dedicated playlist about the history of the cigar box guitar. Go check it out. I have my little lecture on there, and then other great documentaries on there. One by Justin Johnson, really great ones by Coda Tuition and Steve Harvey. Go to that playlist and learn about the history of this almost forgotten American folk instrument. Snortapoopa says, it was a song we practiced playing the fief on when I was in the Mount Vernon Guard in Alexandria, VA. What is a fief, Snortapoopas? I'm not familiar with this instrument. Tell me what that is. See, we learn something every day on this channel. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong too. Is it fief or fife? All right, let's get this set up for gilding. See. Actually, let's do it this way. I'm gonna flip it because I'm gonna need light to do this. I'm gonna have to do something awful to get gilding done. I'm gonna have to turn off the swamp cooler, because one thing that you cannot do is have air blowing onto these very delicate pieces of metal. You won't be able to finish a project. So let me set you guys up so that you can see the project as I work on it. Let me see. Where are we starting? Fief is a bit like a flute, 18th century, pronounced faith. Okay, so a faith. I gotta look that up, Snortapoopas. I am interested. Actually, I may be able to look it up now. Hold on. Let's see what a faith looks like, folks. Got another device here. Okay, faith. Okay. Picture of, let me see how it's, fife. Okay, it's spelled with a Y. Okay. Or faith. I'm getting people. Musical instrument. Oh. This is faith, according to Wikipedia. Very nice. Is it kind of like a penny whistle, Snortapoopas? Or is it made of wood or metal. What's it made out of? Five? Okay, it's pronounced five, like I've. Okay. Five. Hey Wendy, welcome back. Five. Alright. Wood. Oh, nice. I bet Flute Wizard has made some of these. I betcha, I betcha. If you've not heard of the Flute Wizard, my friends, go visit the Flute Wizard's channel. He builds custom flutes made with all types of materials. So yeah, maybe he's built a five. All right. Now comes the hard part. I gotta turn off the swamp cooler. Whew. Gotta turn it off. Because we can't do any gilding with that blowing about. All right, I'm gonna move you guys back. I need to elevate this a bit so I can see the chat and do the gilding at the same time. Let's see. How can I elevate cigar box guitar? And we need more light coming onto the CBG. Actually, I'm gonna flip it again. Flip it this way because we'll get light from the outside. And do the following thing. Stack these here. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Let me make sure. Okay, it's fine. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be interesting without having that swamp cooler running. Here we go. Now let's see if we get better lighting. Are we gonna get better lighting? We need to lift this up a little bit more so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, let's go to my wood stack. Need to do that. Let me have the air running a little bit while I get my wood stack going. Woof. My cat Joser's here. He's like, what are you doing? Oh. Need to learn how to play it again. It's been over 40 years now. I'm an old bear now. Not to be confused with Fife Dub. No, Mug. Not at all. Welcome, Mug. All right, let's get, I'm gonna flip to my rear camera. There's my workbench. All right, I need more wood. Woo. Yeah, I collect scrap wood from inside of cigar boxes because, yeah, they're so useful for many projects. All right. There's my cat Joser behind our base stack here. Need to build a base to make use of that base stack. Lawrence has a base somewhere in our instrument shelf over there, but I'm gonna build him a cigar box base because it is our goal, folks, to create an ensemble that's only comprised of hand-built instruments, and specifically rustic hand-built instruments. All right, so I'm gonna try to make the frame look as pretty as possible here. All right. Stack, stack, stack. All right. Now okay. That's a sort of good vantage point. Let me see. Actually, maybe I should flip it. I should flip it. Flipping. I want you guys to see what I'm doing, and I also want to be able to read the chat here. Okay, I think this is the best vantage point. Maybe. If only I could make this taller. Use the laser engraver to make it taller. Okay. All right. No sound. Did we lose sound, guys, in the stream? Let me know in the chat if we lost sound in the stream. Ah, grr. Okay. Do we have sound, folks? Sound? Let me know in the chat, Raymond, if you can't hear anything. All right, let's turn off the swamp cooler. Turning off the swamp cooler, and we're gonna work. All good, I hear you. Okay, thank you, Mog. Let's see how much copper leaf I have left. I think I have plenty to finish the project, but I didn't check. Grr. So let's find out. All right. How many? Okay. No, I do have a few sheets of copper leaf ready to go. So we're good. All right. So what we're gonna do is apply metal leaf adhesive to this area here and to the down here where I want to repair the oxidation a bit. We're gonna apply more metal leaf here to even out the frame. And let's see, this side looks pretty nice. I might not have to do anything on this side. All right, so and we're not going to be conservative about applying the metal leaf adhesive this time, because last time I used less than what I needed, and I had to do a lot of touch-up work. So we're not going to be so careful this time. All right, so we need a brand new brush to apply this metal leaf adhesive. So let me see, brand new brush. I just buy cheap brushes from Dollar General nowadays, guys, because man, you know, you could use paint thinner, you could do whatever you want. You're not going to restore them, you're not going to be able to reuse them well. So let's see. Okay, I think this will be okay. And I need some scrap wood to use as a palette. Let me go grab some scrap wood. Got plenty of that. OMG, scrap wood. All right, we got a piece of scrap wood. And I'm going to use it as my palette here. Let me make sure you guys can see what I'm doing, because that's importante. All right, let's start applying metal leaf adhesive. After we apply, it goes on white, and then we have to wait until it turns transparent. When it becomes transparent, then we can apply the metal leaf. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's do this thing. And there we go. Oop. That, let me make sure that didn't fall on anything important here. There we go. No splash ups on the box, we're good. All right, so you see it paints on white, and then we gotta wait until it becomes transparent. Whoa, it's hot in here. That's okay. That's okay. You know what? Let's overlap. Why the heck not? I think you're hearing our cicadas in the background. I think those are cicadas. I'm not sure what insect is making that sound, but it's relaxing. Put a lot on this oxidized side. It oxidized because we waited too long to seal. Well, I'm not going to say we. I waited too long to seal the copper foil. So as soon as the copper foil is stuck, we got to seal it so it doesn't oxidize. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and go over all the pre-existing copper, just to make sure we get that shiny penny look we want. Just to be double, triple sure we get it. Make sure that glue edge is straight. I do want foil on the bottom there, but not on the neck itself. So let me clean that up. Oh, I didn't have to open it to get it. All right. That's okay. Let me use another brush to remove that. I don't want to use this other cleaner brush. I need something. This shall be my cleanup thing. There we go. All right. Let's keep painting. Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. We suffer for our art. Okay. Archer Colin, welcome. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. Welcome, my friend. Doing some copper gilding here. All right. Be very careful here. I don't want to attack any part of the engraving. See, this is it's starting to become transparent, and when it's fully transparent, it's ready for the copper foil. Okay. I can breathe. I didn't color outside the line. Hey, Archer. Colin says, just finished watching episode 1 for tonight. Shameless plug. Yes. Folks, I'm going to be on the Earworms live stream. Guys, still here with there's a different twist on it though. So yeah, join us today at 7 if you can on the Wayfarer Project channel and Lawrence's channel. All right. Okay, so I'm going to continue because I think I'm back. Here we go. All right. I've turned on the swamp cooler again. I won't need to turn it off until I actually have to apply the copper tape. So here we go. Here we go. Not the copper tape, but the copper foil, excuse me. I have copper tape for electronics projects, but not good for this application. No. So I've decided to just go over the old gilding because I really, really want that shiny penny look. So the bottom is ready for gilding, but we need to give the sides and the top we just applied adhesive to some time to go transparent. And I was thinking, since I poured out a lot of adhesive, maybe we can start with the lid of a cigar box and then engrave an image over it, but we need to choose a cigar box. So what we can do is go indoors, grab a cigar box, a sacrificial cigar box, because I mean this experiment may not work. My hypothesis may be incorrect. So we'll choose a box and we'll use the extra adhesive to cover the box and go from there. Because I hate to waste that, and we wanted to start an experiment anyway. Let's choose a box to do this on. I don't want to sacrifice any of my beautifully carved boxes up there, so I want to grab one from indoors from my stash. So I'm gonna flip the screen. And we'll go ahead and choose a box, and then we'll be back to finish to apply the copper foil onto this piece. All right, let's go and do that. Actually, are there any? You know what? No, let's choose a box from here. Let's choose a box from here. All right. And you guys are going to help me choose the box. Could you do it on the back of the box, or are they engraved on both sides? Yeah, I could do it to the back of a box. But if this idea yields a beautiful thing, I want it to be on the front of the instrument. So which one of these boxes, folks, shall we sacrifice to the experiment? To be honest with you, I am shooting for one of the Arturo Fuentes boxes because I have so many of them. So what do you guys think? One of the Arturo Fuentes boxes? I will chat with her later. All right, I'm going to, I've got plainer boxes, Colin, but you know what? I have so many Arturo Fuentes that I think we can use it as a sacrificial box. So let's grab this Arturo. Hey Arturo. This Arturo is going to lead our experiment. All right, let's, oh wait. Okay, King Dolphin CBG is ready for copper foil. So let's apply that, and then we'll apply the so I have that in the background. Let me put you guys down again. Let me put you guys down. Water first. Oh, not water. Kefir. Even better. For overheat again, so you guys let me know if you've lost the stream. I'll try to recover it quickly in front of the swamp cooler as quickly as possible. Okay. Now. Alright guys. We're indoors because the iPhone again overheated, and if I wanted to save the stream, I had to bring it indoors and place it in something cold. Right now you guys are in my refrigerator, no joke. You are in my refrigerator. There's always something that happens during my streams. Alright, let me know if you guys are still there, if you're still receiving audio and video from me. Let me feel my phone. It's hot. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do, folks. I'm gonna end the stream here, leave my phone in the fridge for a little bit, and then go back out. Just get a blanket and make a tent over the fridge. Yeah. All right, folks. Yeah, the phone does feel hot to the touch. Oh, I see people coming back in, so maybe I shouldn't end the stream. Maybe we'll just wait for it to cool down here in the refrigerator. Yeah, you guys are in the refrigerator. Let's see. Let's see if I can get you guys to cool down faster. Man. I don't remember having so many overheating issues with my old iPhone, but this is a more advanced device. But yeah, it definitely has more issues with the heat. But then again, I don't think I ever tried live streaming with my old phone. Let's see. Well, you do have another kitchen stream planned, as I recall. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. This Sunday, we're gonna make that Yorkshire pudding in our outdoor kitchen, folks. But it'll be in the evening, so it won't be hot. It's these daytime streams in my workshop that are a killer. Man. Alright, you guys are still in the fridge. I'm waiting for the temperature on this phone to go down. Maybe if I put my kefir up against it. Yeah. Okay. I think it might have stabilized. Okay. Might have stabilized. I'm gonna take you guys back with me then. Wondering if I use. Yes, I did just fridge an entire audience. Colin, keeping you guys young. All right, I think I can risk it. I think I can risk taking you guys out of the fridge. All right. Whoa. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna try to sneak out before Londo notices that I'm leaving. Yeah. Whew, okay. Going back to the workshop. Oh my gosh. Maybe someone can invent a specialized cooling unit for these new iPhones. All right, here we go. Whew. I think I can risk taking you guys out of the fridge. Someone clip that Colin, you naughty man. Cool beans. All right. All right, I think we can continue with the gilding here. Let me flip the camera again. All right. Let's keep going. All right, we got this far. Let's keep going. And hopefully I want to use up as much of the gild. I don't want to waste anything. Don't want to waste a bit of this. Okay, this one. The more I smooth out now, the more shiny it will look later. All right, let's keep going. Oh, goodness gracious, it's so hot. It's so hot out here. My friend Liza Cigar Box Guitar, and by the way, please do go check her channel. It got so hot in Wales the other day. That's where she's located. Where her workshop is located. It got so hot in Wales the other day that her radio melted. So she may be, instead of throwing out that radio, she may be turning it into a guitar. So please do go to Liza Cigar Box Guitar and check out what she's doing. She's a master builder, folks. I dabble, but she's a master builder. Go check out her channel. We got lots of master builders over in the UK, by the way. Very interesting how cigar box guitars, I feel like, are more popular in Europe than they are here. Very few people in the USA know about this folk instrument that had such an impact on the music of this country. People have no idea. Again, I do have a brand new playlist about the history of the cigar box guitar. Contains a lecture I put together last November with my friend Pete, and other great documentaries by other creators on YouTube. So yeah, go check it out. Go check out. You know I'm big on playlists these days because they're great for watch time. Great for earning watch time. Sounds like my neighbor is working on his engines today. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, so this time I was frugal with the foil, but not the glue. The adhesive needs to be applied on thick. sure we didn't miss any bit in the corner there. Okay, last side, here we go. Thank you, Jeff. Welcome back. Folks, Jeffrey Richard Patterson in the chat here has a fantastic acoustic cigar box guitar channel. He specializes in building instruments that are in the style of cigar box guitars but are extremely resonant. Please go to his channel, watch his videos, check him out. Very, very creative guy on multiple fronts, by the way, not just in the realm of cigar box guitars. So go check out his channel. All right. Am I down to my last bit of copper foil? No, I have a few sheets left, but let me see if I can. No, let me not do that. Let me not try to break the piece before I apply it. Let's get this going. And I just gotta ignore the annoyance of the copper foil sticking to my hands because I don't want to mess up this process here. Okay. All right. We'll do some polishing after it's dry before we seal it, but I just like to do a little bit with the brush beforehand. Okay, alrighty. Now, I'm gonna move King Dolphin's CBG into the corner so that I can turn on my swamp cooler. This has gotta dry for 24 hours before we can mess with it again, folks. So, but while I still have plenty of adhesive going here, we're gonna gild the front of this Arturo Fuente for our laser engraver experiment. So what we're gonna do, Jeff, is apply copper gilding to the lid here, and then we're gonna engrave an image on it and see what it looks like. Never done that before. And so reason we chose, I'm not gonna say I chose the Arturo Fuente. The chat wanted a plainer box, but I chose Arturo Fuente because I have so many of these boxes. I have a plethora of Arturo Fuente boxes, and I'm not gonna cry if that one gets messed up. So I'm gonna move King Dolphin out of the way of the swamp cooler air, which I'm gonna get going right now. Oh, holy smokes. Thank you. Thank you. Whoa. All right. So we're going to apply gilding adhesive to this Arturo Fuente for our next laser engraver experiment. Got some spare adhesive here. Let's go. This is a little stickier than actually. Let me make sure I'm just grabbing the box and not other parts of it. Yeah. Yeah, you guys can see that okay? little more glue to finish up this box. That's okay, I got plenty of adhesive. I'm not gonna run out anytime soon. So you guys that are still here, let me know what images you'd be interested in me trying to engrave onto this gilded surface. Give me some ideas. Again, in my mind, I'm thinking something in the style of American currency, but what, I don't know. So you guys tell me what you'd be interested in seeing. Can copper foil be patinaed? That is a good question, Jeff. That is an excellent question. And I myself would like to know the answer to this question. What I'm using now isn't pure copper foil. It is, let me see. I think the packaging will tell me what's in this metal. This is the Hobby Lobby brand of metal leaf I'm using, and to be honest with you, Jeff, I do not think it's 100% copper, so I don't know if it'll respond the same to the chemicals that give you that nice green patina. I think there's also some tin and zinc included in this foil. From what I understand, that's what's in budget foils. But yes, that would be a great thing to research, because oh my gosh, that green patina would be something really fun to play with. Now I see that Colin has mentioned Kosh in the chat. Colin, are you asking if I have a cat named Kosh? Not yet, but they keep showing up, so I have plenty of Babylon 5 names to give my cats. Kevin says, I like your idea. Maybe use musical symbols instead of currency characters. Kevin, that is such a good idea. Oh my gosh. Hey Raymond, we're working on our experimental box while yours is drying on the side. We applied the copper foil on it. Alright. This is going to be our sacrificial experimental Arturo Fuentes box. So we're going to gild the whole lid and then try to engrave something on it. Why not? We gotta wait for Raymond's box to dry. Gotta give that 24 hours, so might as well do something productive, no? Oh, okay, you're suggesting that I have a Babylon 5 character on the box? Something like Kosh. Okay. Ooh, Jeff says they sell copper paint that reacts to a patina agent. Interesting. Is that copper paint as shiny as copper foil, Jeff? That's one thing that that's one issue I have with metallic paints, is that they're not as lustrous or reflective as foil. But if there is a paint that is just as good as foil, I'd rather do that, because gilding is a bit of a hassle. Ain't gonna lie to you folks. Well, the thing is, I'm new to it, so I'm not very good at it. It takes me a lot longer to complete a project than somebody who's experienced, because I just have to work with it so carefully. Alright, we need a little more adhesive. How complex an engraving? Well, Colin, complexity with my laser engraver is not an issue, but you do have to choose an image that works well for an engraving. Whatever I want to engrave, I have to pass the image through a filter that makes it look like a woodcut, because if it doesn't look like a woodcut, it won't look, the engraving won't look good. So that's my personal rule of thumb. If the image doesn't look good as a woodcut, it's not going to look good when you engrave it. And so for example, if I wanted to take a photograph and engrave it, I would take the photograph into Gemini and ask it to stylize it like a woodcut. And if it looks good like a woodcut, then it'll work on the engraver. And you want to use the stylized image for the engraving. You don't want to use the original image, just to clarify that. But again, if any of you out there are interested in getting to laser engraving, I do have a detailed written tutorial. I published it in my 5th newsletter. You can subscribe to my newsletter at psycheopera.com. It is a free newsletter. It's perfectly free, and my newsletter subscribers I call super subs, and they get special perks, special discounts on everything that I make for sale. So and you can access all, like once you subscribe, the confirmation email will give you access to newsletter number 6, and then newsletter number 6 has my newsletter archive, and you could access newsletter number 5 with my laser engraving tutorial through the archive. Combo laser with some sort of resist followed by a patina agent. I'd like to see a water image with green waves. No, not the paint has bright, but it's granule. It reacts very quickly with copper. Interesting. Jeff, this is... Folks, I hope you're taking notes. Wow, so many ideas. So many ideas to try. Okay, so this Arturo Fuentes has been covered with adhesive. We need to give it a few minutes. Once the adhesive becomes transparent, then we could add the copper foil. Okay. Archer Colin, B5 in wood. Ooh, so many ideas, guys, so many ideas. So Jeff is interested in a water image Colin in a Babylon 5 type image. Kevin M. Craft wanted to see some, what do you call, musical symbols. So many ideas to try, folks. So, let's peek over at King Dolphin's project. I have it there on top of my husband's synthesizers. Yeah, we gotta finish setting up our studio here, folks. I know. That's definitely something we'll live stream. So, yeah, that guy is gonna cure there. I have him there because he needs to stay away from the breeze from the swamp cooler, because that copper foil cannot be flapping around while it's curing. Are we transparent yet? Let's see. Are we? Nope. Nope, I still see white splotches. It's not ready yet. Not ready yet. Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. Let me have a sip of my watermelon kefir over here. I'm glad I have it covered because, man, do flies like fermented drinks. And I need to get myself a tumbler. Whew. It is so hot out here, guys. I ain't kidding you. I can't wait for the summer to be over and for us to get the nice, cool North Florida weather. Actually, I need to move back to get the air from my swamp cooler. There we go. Now I'm getting air from my swamp cooler. Feels good. My cat Joser is in here with me, enjoying the atmosphere inside of the workshop. Brr. Ah. But then the North Florida winter is too much for me. The summer's too much for me. And we never had winters down there like we do up here. And I didn't know when I moved up here we were in a different climate zone. The winter up here surprised me. Whoa, it's like, but we're in Florida. Why do we have ice and snow and stuff? Hail to Joser. I'll show you. He's still napping in here. Is the image reversed on your t-shirt? Yes. This is Korg from the Klingon Empire from Star Trek V. Guys, I've been wanting to do a Star Trek V on earworms forever, but Lawrence has been avoiding it. I don't know why. It's one of the best Star Trek movies ever. I don't know, but that's just me. Okay, we're almost transparent on the box adhesive. Finish the kefir. Do let me know if you want me to do a kefir workshop one of these days. Again, I'm not much of a cook, but I do know how to ferment a lot of things. So, all right. I think we're ready to apply copper foil onto Arturo Fuente. Here we go. hasn't Brown been supposed to do Star Trek 5 stream for a decade? Yes! Yes, Colin. I don't know why people keep avoiding Star Trek 5. It's a brilliant Star Trek movie. Even Jill said so. Okay? And you know she's right. Okay. I gotta turn off Swamp Cooler. Oh! Turning off Swamp Cooler so we can apply copper foil. Jeff says, try a few different things on some foil scrap. Vinegar and salt solution. Ammonia or lemon juice. Lemon juice is the least effective. I got plenty of vinegar. Vinegar and salt solution. I might have some cleaners with ammonia in it. Definitely will be an experiment we do here in the workshop, Jeff. 100%. I'm excited. You guys are giving me so many ideas. All right, let's get the foil on here. We don't have to be too careful with this one. Let's see. Let's see. Whoa, okay. Oh my gosh. My hands are sticky. I needed this to cover the corners. Okay. Again, not an expert at applying this stuff. Okay. Let's get that little bit. Can't believe I missed the corner in here. All right. Whew. I've never tried to take a brandishing stone to my gilding. I need to get a stone because everything else I think would be, anything else, any other material would be too aggressive. Oh my gosh. My hands are so sweaty because of the heat in here. And that's just making handling the foil more problematic. More difficult, I guess. That's a better word. All right. I'm gonna need this bit to complete the corner I missed here. Okay. Oh no. Did I miss some adhesive there? I might have. I'll go back and retouch things. Actually, I'll go and retouch that now. it's a mess. Oh no. I'm gonna cheat and get that in a second. Oh, we got more chats here. Yeah, but Jill doesn't like Crusade, so yeah, no, we're never gonna cover Crusade. No worries, Colin. Never, we shall never cover Crusade. Jeff says, one to easily pick up leaf is with a plastic comb. Run it through your hair and through the foil's edge with the comb. Ooh, and this is to manage the static? Yeah, the static electricity, oh, not to manage the static, but to use it. The static electricity grabs the foil. You can hang the sheets of foil off of the flag, like a flag on a pole. Oh my gosh. Touch not though. Wow. Techniques from a master. Awesome. I gotta try that, Jeff. Yes, Colin. You intuited it correctly. Well, horrible. All right, let's see if we can stick. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with that too much. Oh my gosh. And it doesn't help that I am sweaty because I am sticky. Oh man. It's gonna be so much easier working in here in the winter, folks, especially with gilding projects, because I cannot have the swamp cooler on while applying metal foil. It'll just fly everywhere. So this type of thing is going to be easier to do in the winter. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. Not exaggerating. Ooh. All right. Oh my gosh. Ooh, guys, how about this idea for an engraving? Something reminiscent of illuminated text, and then later I can even apply color to the engraving. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? Like, we could take an old English drollery and engrave a box with that. What do you think, Colin? It is the rabbit. I'm almost 100% sure that Monty Python got the idea of the killer rabbit from that famous drollery. Wendy says, sorry, I'm back. Had to take a look at a trauma that was brought in from a car wreck. Oh, I'm sorry, Wendy. Wow. I don't know what your line of work is, but it sounds very difficult. And look, you don't have to apologize for leaving. I'm grateful to have you guys for as long as you can stay here. No one's required. I'm not gonna get mad at anyone who leaves my streams early. No way. So take care of what you guys need to take care of and drop in when you can, when you want to. No worries. Okay. Do I need more adhesive here? I don't know. Let me check here. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is my, I think this is, no, okay, it's not my last sheet. Okay, good, thank goodness, because I am nowhere near done covering this. All right, now, let's do this first. What would be your favorite metal foil, guys? Gold, silver, or copper? I have always had a soft spot for copper. Oh, are you guys still with me? I have you back in the refrigerator. Video stalled again. Yeah, Kevin. The phone overheated again, and I have you guys back in the refrigerator. Yep. Needed more time in the fridge. Goodness gracious. You guys, are you getting my video? Yeah, I'm back. But I'm back in the fridge. Let me flip the camera. Yes. Back in the fridge. Man. It's truly so hot out there. It's incredibly hot. I'm glad to hear that, Wendy. All right. All right. I'm streaming from the fridge because my phone is overheating, but I haven't lost the stream. So I've got Archer calling here and a lot of guys.
Might as well start the freaking Yorkshire pudding now.
Not in the kitchen. We gotta get the ingredients, and we're gonna do it outdoors. We're gonna do the Yorkshire pudding medieval style,
Well,
off-grid style.
We're having a Sherwood tonight, so hopefully people are excited for it.
All right. Yep. Robin of Sherwood slides are set up.
Yeah, I was only able to do the first part of the two-part episode that starts it, because there's so much packed in there, and I know we'll be talking about the actors.
You want to talk to the guys in the fridge?
I don't know, that's weird.
Yeah, I know. Colin says, someone clipped that.
What, you have this in the fridge?
Yeah, it's in the, yeah. You guys, yeah.
I don't know. Really? Do you think that's helping?
Yeah, it brought down the temperature a lot. Colin says one of the things that led me to changing my phone was that it kept getting very warm. Yeah, this iPhone does not tolerate heat. It has a fantastic camera. That's what I got it for. But
I hope Colin's ready to bring the facts and everything.
Colin, are you ready to bring in the facts for Robin Hood of Robin of Sherwood?
Of things. I know he'll probably be disappointed with the sounds. The sound effects of the bows is like.
Yeah, Colin is our
resident medieval scholar.
Yes.
And archery.
Medieval fact checker. So. He's going to have a lot to say tonight about Robin of Sherwood,
yeah,
for sure.
Questions for him and stuff. Man.
All right.
Guy of Gisborne certainly had it in for the Saxons.
See, all this time I thought his name was Gisborne.
Well, that's just what they call him, Gisborne.
I really hope the image is reversed. Either that or I have somehow moved to Mirror Earth. All the writing is reversed. You are in Mirror Earth, Colin, because I'm on my front camera, not my rear camera.
Yeah, but I think it probably mirrors everything.
No. When I use the my good camera on this phone, everything appears normal. That's why I switch back and forth between them. All right, let's check the temp on the phone.
Yeah, because standing with the fridge door open is...
Yeah, I know it's not so great. All right.
Oh, I got it dry.
My refrigerator's yelling at me. Okay, all right. I'm gonna hope that this is enough, folks. We don't have much to do.
What do you mean we don't have much?
Well, gilding. I'm talking about the gilding project in the garage. Watch Lando because he's ready to go out.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not opening again.
This is Lando.
I guess you are, huh?
Yeah, I have to go back
Come on,
outside.
Lando. Come on, buddy. Let's go inside.
That's Lando, our mean cat.
All right, you can go out now.
Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Told you, blanket tent. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Colin, have you ever seen our oak grove? Check this out. Our oak grove. I warned you. Yep, I've been warned. All right, let's finish up. This has got to cure overnight, and now this has got to cure overnight. I just need to finish that little corner, and then we can call it a day, folks. And tomorrow, you can join me for sealing it, and then we can laser engrave it. All right. I need a little piece here. Let's see. All right. And I hope I got every piece of exposed adhesive here. Give it a tiny brush over, all over. Ah, I took off a piece. Okay, I can't be so aggressively doing that. Oh, it's still not ready. Okay, let's see how much will come off by me just doing this. And then we can touch up those spots. have a few weak spots. All right. Let's get those, let's cover up those weak spots. There. Or maybe I should let this, dry before I attempt to cover up the weak spots, because maybe it'll be safer to do some detail work on this afterward. Let me check how much copper foil I have left. Let me check my packet here. Okay, I have a few sheets left. I'm safe. There's plenty to do some touch-ups on this box and on King Dolphin's box if necessary, but I don't think I'll have to do any touch-ups to King Dolphin's box because I did grab everything well with the copper foil. You will need to get ready for the stream at 6 p.m. Okay, go ahead, Raymond. I'm actually gonna log off right now because we have accomplished our mission today. We gotta let these guys cure overnight. I gotta do some video editing, but and then I gotta hop on the Earworms live stream. But at 6, I'll pay you a visit. All right, folks, thank you so much for joining me today. We're gonna leave these guys curing overnight. You love the King Dolphin Web. Thank you. Oh, you caught us at the end, Web. Well, I hope you enjoy the replay. All right, folks, I will see you tomorrow again in the workshop. Chaito.